Quit the pop it.
Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, it's the intro? Yes, it's the intro. Damn, this is the intro.
Just off Lakeshore Drive, nestled next to Lake Michigan. That's where you find historic Soldier Field in the great city of Chicago, Illinois. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the Miami Dolphins and the Chicago Bears. First 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Two and a throw right away. Flush to his right. And his first look is incomplete. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms. But I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on third down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the first down. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Bears, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe them.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. That one goes for 8 yards. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. And that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they got themselves a first down. A run with Mostert up the middle. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Play action, now it's Tua, rolling to his right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is third down. Flushed out right. And a diving effort, but only right at the line of scrimmage. Couple of Alabama guys there. Tua to Waddle for the Miami first.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great effort there. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's got room. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Chicago. A big play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Bears strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Santos with the extra point, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go, and we've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a 1st or a 2nd seed come playoff time.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. Working with a 2nd and 4. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. The former 3rd-round pick, Justin Jones, bringing the lumber that time.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
That's caught right side by Anderson. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Ready.
They'll run with a fullback, Juszczyk, and try to push his way forward, but I think he's going to be short, and he is short. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this thing to no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come. We get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And with the big gain, they'll go ahead and decline the penalty.
Come on, set, block 40.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Escaping the pressure right. He's got Anderson right side. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, here's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That was Eddie Jackson on the safety blitz, dropping the quarterback. So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long.
Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
3rd down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have come back now to regain the lead. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
79 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. Off play action, Fields. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down.
As he came to the line of scrimmage, he knew he didn't need much to reset the chain, so when he saw the space he needed, no hesitation. He went to the marker and got his guys a first down.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
55 mark, guys, 55. I hope you brought your left. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Motion. Shit.
From the 44, Fields. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with fourth down coming up. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. On fourth down, they'll try and run for it. A nice little juke. And some room to work. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Bears' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the lead is up to 5. After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. When I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that, and that really chips away at your confidence.
Fields throw complete there to Moore. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it? Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
Moore, the man in motion.
Mike 8. I got one. Mike 8. Army. Mike 8.
Fields on first down. That's complete to Mooney. Touchdown, Bears! Darnell Mooney. 23 yards for the touchdown. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Santos with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Tua. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That sack by Tremaine Edmonds. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front seven defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
10 cycles. Here we go. Set. Jack, nickel. Big dance. Go. Fight 60.
Tua, a final shot before half. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.